Hi everybody, Mindy here, and I have something really important to talk to you about. As you know, one of my favorite brokers was FinProTrading.com, and I've been referring people to this broker now for several years, and I've found them to be wonderful, right? They had very low spreads, they had very low commissions, they were very pleasant to work with, and they always followed through very rapidly with withdrawals and things like that. Very helpful. Very good broker. Well, if you have been out of the Forex market for a couple of weeks because of the holidays, and then you come back to your FinProTrading website, or you open your FinProTrading trading accounts, you're going to see something very different. And it might scare you to death, because when you go to the FinProTrading.com website today, this is the message that you're going to see. Sorry, we have closed. Now, normally, as you guys know, in Forex world, when you go to what you think is your broker's website and you see a message like this, you just almost have a heart attack. So I want to tell you that don't worry, it's not as bad as it seems, okay? But here's what has happened over the last few weeks. Anyway, on the 23rd of December, shortly before the market opened that day, that was a Sunday, I got this email from FinPro, and what it is telling us is that FinPro is now a part of another broker called Coinexx. Okay, now I had heard of Coinexx before, but I had never been involved with them because Coinexx is primarily a cryptocurrency brokerage, right, where you can trade Bitcoin and Ethereum and I don't know, dozens of other cryptocurrencies, and that's, cryptocurrencies are not my thing, right? That's not my experience, and so anyway, I had never opened an account with Coinexx, but I've got some now. Okay, so anyway, what has happened is FinProTrading has become part of Coinexx. Okay, and so what has happened to your accounts is that your accounts have been transferred to this new broker, Coinexx. You still log in to your trading accounts the same way that you did. You use the same login credentials that you used at FinPro, so nothing there is changed. Your accounts will still be intact. Everything is fine. The only difference is that instead of going to FinPro Trading website, you will now go to Coinexx website. Now, this letter that I got from FinPro a week or so ago explains what happened, right? And this change took effect on December 24th. So that was a Sunday. That's actually the day that I got this email, shortly before the market opened that day. And then, of course, on Christmas Day, the markets were closed, right? And since December 24th, it's currently January 1st, this last week, as you know, Forex trading has been really awkward because of the low volume, because of the holidays, but I expect things will get back to normal very soon here, in the next few days, because today's January 1st, and by next Monday, the Forex markets will be back to normal. Now, here are some benefits that they outline in the letter that they sent via email when they made this change. They're saying that we will now have higher leverage potential. You don't always need to use the highest leverage you can have with a broker, but a lot of times the higher the leverage that you can have with the broker, the better, because it means that there will be more money left to manage your trades with as usable margin or free margin, right? So with this change from FinPro now being Coinexx, instead of having availability of 400 to 1 leverage, we will now have 500 to 1 leverage. So that could be a good thing for some of us, right? They also say that we will have lower spreads than what we had with FinPro. So far, honestly, I've not seen that to be true, but you have to remember that my only experience with Coinexx so far has been, for the last week, and we've been in Christmas week, right? So all spreads this week and last week are going to be higher than normal at every broker, just because of the low volume. But what they're saying here is that we will have even better spreads than what we had at FinPro. And if that's true, that would be amazing, because FinPro had the lowest spreads that I've ever had from a broker in the 20 years I've been trading Forex. So if the lower spreads actually turns out to be true, which we won't know until next week, that'll be just flat out amazing. They're also saying that the commissions will be lower than what we have been experiencing with FinPro, and that would be wonderful too, right? And also we can now trade cryptocurrencies and commodities and indices as well as Forex. I'm not so sure I'm going to be interested in doing that, but some of you might. And the new broker also offers both MT5, MetaTrader 5, in addition to MetaTrader 4. Now, I'm a fan of MetaTrader 4, as I know a lot of people are, but they do offer MetaTrader 5 as well. And it says that there will be an improved back office at Coinexx. And actually, I've been exploring in the back office of my accounts at Coinexx, and it does seem to be a very efficient back office, right? And the back office is where you manage all of your accounts, and when you want to do withdrawals or deposits and things like that into your Forex trading account, your back office account is where you actually negotiate those things. So anyway, this is what has happened to FinProTrading, and so I just wanted you to know that when you go to FinProTrading website, you see this message, do not panic. Do not panic. Things are not as bad as it says, right? Sorry, we have closed. I mean, this can throw people into a heart attack. So anyway, don't worry. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go over to the Coinexx website. Okay. Now, you have to remember when you type in Coinexx, in the address bar, it's COINEXX. Okay, 2 X's at the end of the word Coinexx. So Coinexx.com. This is the website homepage that you will see when you initially open the website. This is the current value of 1 Bitcoin. Okay, so don't worry when you go to this. This is not your account balance or anything like that. It is the current price for 1 Bitcoin. Now, here's something that I want to explain that might freak a lot of people out. I know it kind of did with me. Coinexx, because their main focus is as a cryptocurrency trading operation, when you deposit or withdraw funds from your MetaTrader trading account, you have to do it in Bitcoins. Okay? And a lot of you are going, oh no. I mean, that's kind of what I said. I said, no. I'd like to deal with wire transfers, right? Things like that. Well, that's what I said too. But after I started exploring this situation, I think this might actually be a good thing for us. So, and it's definitely not going to be as horrific as I first believed, okay? Because once we get used to using Bitcoin and Bitcoin wallets and things like that, once we get used to doing that, it's going to mean that we will be able to take more frequent withdrawals and smaller withdrawals from our Forex accounts, because the cost of making a withdrawal by doing it as these Bitcoins and then transferring it from Bitcoin back into dollars and moving it to our bank accounts, although it sounds like a nasty process, a multi-step process, it's going to be very, very inexpensive. And so that's going to open the door for us to make more frequent withdrawals, because it's not going to cost much, maybe a couple of dollars to do a withdrawal, instead of costing, $50, $60, $70 to do a wire transfer, right? So it's not going to be as bad as it seems. But you do have to be aware that if you're opening an account for the first time, you will have to transfer your funds into Bitcoin and then make your deposit into Coinexx via Bitcoin. And when you want to make withdrawals, when the money comes out of your trading account, it will be in Bitcoin, and then you will transfer the Bitcoin, to your Bitcoin wallet, and then you'll transfer the money from your Bitcoin wallet into your bank account. So it will be a multi-step situation, but much faster, much easier to take smaller, more frequent withdrawals, okay? Now, if you're like me, the first thing you're going to go is, well, who are these people? I've never heard of this place, right? And that's what I said. Okay. So if you want to do a little research about who Coinexx is, there's really not a lot of stuff out there, because I don't think it's a real old company. I think it's only been around about a year or two. But what you can do is, there is a website called forexpeacearmy.com, and Forex Peace Army is an organization that kind of keeps tabs on all of the brokers. And what they do is they offer a place for people who want to complain, right, to go to. And in some situations, if someone thinks that they've been cheated by a broker, Forex Peace Army has something that they provide called Forex Court, right? And so you can literally bring up kind of like a lawsuit. It's not official or anything, but where you can file your claims and your suit with Forex Peace Army. They go to extensive trouble to really research these cases, and they also, if you actually join Forex Peace Army, you will sometimes be invited to look at the cases and essentially be the jury, right, to make decisions in Forex court as to whether or not you think the plaintiff is at fault, or if the accused is at fault. And so anyway, Forex Peace Army does a really good job with making sure that you can get fairly reliable information about any broker. And when you go to Forex Peace Army, you can type in any broker that you're interested in finding out, stuff about. Now, currently with Forex Peace Army, like I said, there are not a lot of reviews. There's only 14 reviews, which is not very many. It's really not even enough to make a reasonable decision about, because there's just not enough of them yet. And it's probably because this is a fairly new broker. But if we go down here, what we see at the top is that currently Coinexx has 3.5 out of a potential 5 stars. Now that's because they've taken the reviews and the ratings from the 14 reviews and averaged them together. Okay, now the thing about Forex reviews and stuff, very few brokers, I'm not sure I've ever seen any, that had a complete 5-star review. Some of them might have 4.5 or 4 7/8 or something, but almost every broker, no matter what, is going to have a couple of bad reviews, because what happens is inexperienced traders will, make a mistake in their account where they end up losing money, and then they're going to want to have somebody to blame, and they always want to blame the broker. And a lot of times people actually lose money in their Forex account because they don't understand how Forex works. And then when, they've overtraded their account or something, they want to blame the broker. Right? So anyway, let's go take a look at some of the reviews that are here on Coinexx so far. The first review that we see gave the Coinexx 5 stars. It said that they're a broker that stands up to the claims it makes, and it goes on to say that, they've had a very good situation with this broker. And so, they're saying, oh yeah, they like the broker. And the next review says they need some help with the back end, meaning the back office. And so they got the help that they need, apparently. Now we have someone who gave them a bad review. This review gave them 1 star, said they scammed me, I lost $100. Right? So anyway, let's read this and see what happened. It says, scam, I made a $100 deposit and the money did not appear in my account. When I told them, they said they did not know where the money went. And then I knew they had no regulation and their office was fictitious. Be careful, they stole my $100. Oh my. Well, that sounds horrible, doesn't it? But here again, I think this was a situation where the trader did not understand what they were doing, and they probably made a mistake, okay? Because here's the reply from Coinexx support. See, if somebody's going to make a claim against the broker, or against any broker, at Forex Peace Army, the broker has a chance to respond, to give their side of the story, right? Which is fair, I think. So anyway, what the Coinexx support replied to this particular, situation, they said, well, there seems to be some confusion, and we'd like to clarify that you lost your funds after transferring Bitcoin Cash into a Bitcoin wallet mistakenly. Okay, so apparently this person moved their money into a wrong, the wrong way somehow. Our client team explicitly explained to you the situation when you approached us on the chat window on September 10th, that it was a mistake from your end. Okay, due to the inherent nature of crypto transactions, it's the client's responsibility to send funds to the correct wallet address, as transactions once processed cannot be reversed. Recovering crypto cross-chain is time-consuming and unsafe, and we only attempt to recover deposits that exceed $5,000 of value if mistakenly sent to another network. Okay. However, the recovery has its own limitations, and each situation is handled differently. And that they had told the client this at the time. So anyway, here's a situation where more than likely this person is very upset because they lost their money, but they probably lost their money because of a mistake that they made, not a mistake the broker made. Right? So that's kind of sad. It's sad when that happens. But here again, what it tells us is that if we're going to start dealing with these cryptocurrency transactions now, which we're going to have to do, we're going to have to know how to do it correctly before we just jump in and start shooting money all over the place with Bitcoin wallets, right? So here's another 5-star review, and you know, it's saying that things went smoothly. They got their money transferred within the 48 hours. You know, no restrictions on their trading policies, things like that. So this review here is saying, yeah, this is a pretty good experience. The next one says, oh, it was such a delight to trade with them. Okay. Next one's 5 stars. Best in breed broker. You know, top crypto and Forex trading conditions. Excellent client service. Superb broker. You know, so when you look at some of the others on here, what you see is some pretty good reviews. Oh, I see. We're on page 2. Let's go back to page. Okay, the next page. Okay, and then here's one more. Now this one says, whoops. The spread is very low, but they're only giving them 2 stars. They're saying the commission is also cheap. However, the performance is overwhelmingly worse than the EA used by some other brokers. Okay, so this is someone who is using an EA, and they're having a worse experience using their EA at this broker than they had at their other one. It says the slippage is too cruel. Okay, slippage when entering about 100 times is more than 1 pips on average. The broker's generally average on the order is 1 to 3/10 of a pips. I hope improvement. Okay, so this is a person who's using an EA. Now, the thing is, I do a lot of work with EAs. And what I do know is that when you're using an EA, sometimes you do have to adjust your EA according to the broker that you're using, right? Now, the EAs that I develop automatically, because I know these things, I've known these things for years, the EAs that I develop are developed in a way where you can accommodate different trading conditions from different brokers. And my guess is that maybe the EA that this person is using doesn't have those features in it. And sometimes, depending on the trading conditions at different brokers, you will get different results from your EAs. Okay? So, okay, we have to take this as a warning that we might have to adjust the EAs that we use. You know, now I'm not so sure that I like what he said here about the slippage is cruel. Ooh, you know, slippage is never a good thing, right? But we'll have to trade with this broker ourselves for a little bit longer than a week before we're going to really know what their slippage is. Okay, so I'll make my decision after I've seen my results. You know, so, but this is a warning. This might be an issue. We don't know yet. Okay, and then here's one: surprise merger of brokers. I now have to learn Bitcoin against my will. Okay, well, man, I could have written that a week ago. Okay, because that's kind of how I felt about it. I'm too old to learn new tricks, but you know what? This Bitcoin and these cryptocurrencies, this is the way the world is moving. Sooner or later, we're all going to have to learn to deal with it. And so I guess we might as well deal with it now because we're being forced into it, right? But here's someone who is just absolutely upset that FinPro changed into Coinexx, okay? They're saying that they had been with FinPro for 10 months and had never made any withdrawals, and things seemed right. They did answer questions promptly. 2 alarming parts of this change. First, there was no advance warning. Okay, and there wasn't. Okay, there was not. And I was a little upset about that too. But I do understand why they did it the way they did. If brokers go out there and announce, oh, we're going to close up shop and we're going to join with another broker and our name's going to change and all this stuff. If they said that, they would send a panic through their client base, and half of them would withdraw their money and feel, bad about the situation. The other thing too is there's a lot of reasons why companies want to keep these kind of mergers under wraps until it's a done deal, right? So I can't totally blame FinPro for the way that they handled it, but by the same token, it was just a shock to the system when they did it with no warning. And the first I heard about this was when I got the email saying it was a done deal, right? And so, yeah, that's not pleasant, but I've been through so many broker changes over the years. It's not something that we need to get all upset about. It's just not. I've had brokers move me from one broker to another, for years. It's just something that happens in the Forex world. And sometimes when you get your account moved to a different broker, you find out that it is in fact a better situation than you had. And other times you find out that you don't like the new broker, and then you just go on a hunt for another one and move your account to somebody that you do like. But I say that I have been so pleased with FinPro over the years that I'm going to trust them on this. I'm going to trust them that when they say this is a better situation for us, that they probably are telling the truth. Until I have a personal experience that leads me to say that I don't like the new broker, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt because I trusted FinPro, right? So anyway, this guy's upset. He doesn't like having to learn new tricks. He's kind of like me, and I can understand where he's coming from, but we have to deal with it. Right? We have to. Either that or you can go find a different broker, right? Which is kind of hard to do these days, especially if you're a U.S. client, because there's fewer and fewer brokers in the world who will take U.S. clients every year. Now, that's actually commentary on the U.S. regulations. That's why. That's why the U.S. traders have a harder time finding brokers, is because the U.S. regulations have created that situation. And we need to blame the U.S. regulators for that, not all the brokers in the world. It's not their fault, right? So anyway, as we go down here to these newer comments, we see they add plug-in to my account. I'm not sure what that means. I haven't got any problem with deposit and withdrawal. When I started with real account, the execution over 400 ms. When you have a ping of 2 ms, and when you trade, you have 400 ms open to close trades, or adding ping into your account, only this. Okay, I have no idea what this means. I have no idea. Something about the transaction speeds, but I'm not sure what it means because that's not my bag, right? Okay, Coinexx Forex broker. Okay, here's someone who just wants to inform everybody that FinPro is merging with Coinexx. Okay. Coinexx experience thus far. Opened a couple of demo accounts. There was a restriction placed on orders. Open price you set must differ from market by at least 60 points. Okay, now I have not seen this happen. What this guy is saying is that he tried to make a trade and he was getting a message that said that, the price that you're setting on your order has to be different by the actual price by 60 points. I'm not sure what thing he was trading, but when you're trading Forex with Coinexx, I know this is not true, because I've been trading live accounts with them now for a week and a half, and there has been none of this. So I'm not sure what this guy's trading. Maybe he's trading cryptocurrencies, maybe he's trading indices or stocks or something. I'm not sure. So, but that's a comment that I'm not really understanding where that's coming from, because I know that I've been trading a live account with them now, and there has not been any requirement on where you put your orders. Okay? Then they also say that Coinexx has the makings of being a great broker for U.S. residents, but for everyone. Okay, so I'm not sure, what they're talking about up here in the first part of this, but they seem to be happy. And then the next comment says no phone number, so they're giving them 1 star. No address, unregulated. What could go wrong? Ha ha ha, is what they're saying. Well, let me tell you something. Being a regulated broker doesn't really mean anything. And I know, because I've been doing this for 20 years, and everybody wants you to think that if you're trading with an unregulated broker, that the world is going to end, they're going to steal your money, then they're going to come and kill your children or your dog or whatever. It's not true. Being a regulated broker does not save you from an unethical broker just because they're regulated. Ask the people who were dealing with FXCM, okay, or some of the others that have gone out of business. Being a regulated broker, in my book, is not necessarily a star point for if I want to do business with that broker or not. As a U.S. citizen, if this broker was regulated, it probably would not be able to take U.S. citizens. So U.S. citizens, because of the U.S. regulations, are almost forced into dealing with unregulated smaller brokers, because those are the only brokers that will take us as clients. Okay? So, I don't really think it matters if a broker is regulated or unregulated. But what you have to do when you are dealing with a broker, I'm not saying that every unregulated broker is a good one. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you need to do your homework on the broker. And a lot of very good brokers are unregulated brokers. FinPro was unregulated, and they were one of the best brokers I've ever had. Okay? So the regulation thing is not the all and everything that people try to make it out to be. It's not. And especially if you're a U.S. citizen, the way the laws are, most brokers who are regulated under the governments of the countries that they are in are not allowed to take U.S. citizens as clients and allow us to trade with the international Forex trading rules. So if you want to trade under U.S. rules, where you can only have 50-to-1 leverage, where you have to put up with first in, first out rules on your trades, and you can't hedge, then, trade with a regulated U.S. broker. But you're not going to make any money doing that, right? Because the U.S. trading rules have made it impossible for people to make a nice profit in Forex trading. Okay? So the regulation thing is not everything that people crack it up to be. Okay, so here's a couple of more comments. Somebody's been using them. They're great so far. Here's another, best broker I've seen. Okay, yeah, how do you know when you've only been trading with them for a couple of weeks? Oh, this guy's been with them for 8 months, and they're saying that they're a super good broker. Okay, as good as a broker can get. Okay, so we're seeing some very positive comments, and we've seen a few that have been really pretty bad, right? But that is what you're going to expect. Now, how do we make a decision out of this? Well, when there's only 14, you really can't. You know, when there's this few comments, you really don't know. But here's the good thing that we do know. So far, there have not been any Forex court cases, and this is a good thing, right? Nobody has had a complaint against this broker that was bad enough that Forex Peace Army decided to hold a court, you know, a court case to actually judge the situation. So when there's no court cases, this is probably the best thing that we can say about this broker at this point when there are so few reviews. Okay, so anyway, I just wanted to show you that. And now you're probably saying, well, what are we going to do about these Bitcoin wallets, right? And what are we going to do about opening accounts with Coinexx? Well, it's very easy to open an account with Coinexx. What you do is you come to this website, coinexx.com, and all you do is you click on Open an Account. Okay, now when you hit the Open an Account, what you're going to do, it's going to walk you through a couple of questions like who are you, things like that, what's your email address. This is talking about opening a back office account for you, right? And then from the back office account, then you open your trading accounts. Now, I've already done this, you know, so I have an account with this company now. And because actually my account was transferred directly from FinPro. So when I want to sign into my account, I type in my name and my password and I hit submit, and this is my back office, right? And this is what your back office will look like when you hit the Open an Account button. And so it says that, oh, I have a balance of 0. I have no equity, no closed positions, no nothing. And you're going, whoa, whoa, whoa. I know I had money in my account. Well, the back office isn't showing you any of your trading accounts, so don't worry. If you want to see the data on any specific account, you click here, select the trading account here, and if you have current accounts, it's going to show them here. It's going to show you the list of the live accounts that you have and the list of the demo accounts that you have. And when you click on any one of these or your live accounts, it will show you the current data for that account. So don't worry, your accounts are there. But if you want it's only going to show them to you one at a time. Okay, but if you just open the account and you get to this dashboard is what this is called, and you want to open a new demo account, you click right here. If you want to open a new live account, you click right here, right? It's very easy. And when you click on, let's say you're going to start by opening demo accounts, which you should always do when you're using a new broker. You click on this, it's going to say, do you want an MT4 account or do you want an MT5? Now, I would suggest that if you're just going to trade Forex, you go with the MT4. I'm saying that because there are better EAs available with MT4 than there are with MT5. Okay? Then once you create the account, it'll have a box that will offer you the opportunity to download the MT4 platform. Okay, it's very easy. You can walk through it without any trouble at all. Okay, so you're just not going to have any trouble opening an account with this company. Now, here's the thing. When you want to make deposits or withdrawals, you are going to have to do it in Bitcoin. Before you can make a deposit, you have to open a live account. This live account is for an MT4 platform, right? MT4 account. And so you would select the trading account that you want to put the money into. You would fill this out, the current balance, account currency, right? And then you would select the currency that you would like to make the deposit in. And the choices are Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. They're all cryptocurrencies. You have to make your deposits via a cryptocurrency. So what you would have is you would at this point have your Bitcoin wallet. So you'd be saying Bitcoin, and then you'd proceed, and it's just going to walk you straight through it. Same with withdrawals. Okay, when you do a withdrawal request, what you do is you pick your trading account number that you want to make a withdrawal from. You select the cryptocurrency that you want the withdrawal to go into, and that I would do Bitcoin, right? And then this would be for your Bitcoin wallet address, right? And then you essentially hit withdraw. It's that simple. Now you're going, well, what? I don't have a Bitcoin wallet address. Okay, so there we have a new problem. So let's take care of that. There is a company called Gemini. This is an online bank. That's what it is. It's called Gemini. It's in the United States. It's regulated by the U.S. regulators. But what it is, it's an online bank, and it's a perfect place to transfer your money from Bitcoin to U.S. dollars, right? And so what you would do is you would open an account with this company, Gemini.com. There's another one called Coinbase that is similar. Now, I don't know anything about Coinbase. I've not used it, but I do know that it's similar to Gemini. So either one of these two companies are online banks. And so you create an account with them, and in Gemini, you can get a Bitcoin wallet address, okay? And so that Bitcoin wallet address is extremely important to the process here. So what you would do when you have your Bitcoin wallet address at Gemini, you would make your withdrawal into your Bitcoin wallet address out of Coinexx, okay? And then once the money has been moved from Coinexx to Gemini, then you would actually own Bitcoins, but they would be at Gemini, and you can sell the Bitcoins, and by selling the Bitcoins, you're moving your money back into US dollar cash, right? And then the US dollar cash at Gemini can be ACH transferred into your local bank, right? So we do have an extra step involved with withdrawals, but it's not going to be as horrific as everybody thinks. It's just not. And so anyway, that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. I hope I explained it well enough, but I do not want you to panic when you go to FinProTrading.com and you see this very scary message. Okay? Don't worry. If you have any more questions, just contact me. Go to my website, mindyyost.com. From there, you can find my email address. I'm always available to answer your questions about Forex or Forex brokers or whatever you need to know in the realm of Forex. Okay? So have a good new year, everybody. Do not panic about this change. If I find out information about Coinexx that I don't like, trust me, you know that I'll tell you, because that's what I do. Okay? So anyway, have a great new year, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.